Hello. Yeah. So this is part of the group three. So we'd like to. So the region we chose for the regional market analysis project for the course uh, 641 is Middle East. So here we have covered Iran, Kuwait, Saudi, and Turkey, and we have Anjali Sharma, Gideon, Rohit Kumar, and myself in the group. So each of us split the task for each country, and we have worked on the different aspects for each country. Here, I'd like to go in order. So, first one would be Saudi Arabia, which was worked by me. So here we have Saudi Arabia, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, with a population of approximately 34 million, is a key player in the Middle East. And looking at the import and exports stats here, if you look at it, has got a robust economy, heavily reliant on oil exports while importing various goods and services. So all the Middle Eastern countries mostly rely on oil exports, and they try to import other goods and services for the daily livelihood and other in the industries within the region. If you look at the historic trade with United States, Saudi has had a significant trade relationship with the United States, particularly in the energy sector because it's rich with oil resources. And looking at the infrastructure, so it boasts like modern infrastructure, including well-developed transportation and energy networks. And if you look at the Vision 2030, given by Saudi Kingdom, the Neom City. So the Neom City would be like 100 kilometer city, and everything can be just like 15-minute drive. 15. So there won't be any nature impacting mobility within the city, and that's one of the world's first futuristic infrastructure development out there. And looking at the communication and advertising world and the Saudi recent years, like I've seen a shift towards digital advertising and social media campaigns, particularly targeting the younger and digitally connected audience. If you look at the internet infrastructure, so Saudi has heavily invested in high-speed internet infrastructure, and they're looking at the growth. If you look at the growth from 2018 to 2023, it's almost like pretty phenomenal. Yeah, and then U.S. firms heavily investing in Saudi. If you look at Nestle, Nestle has invested $2 billion, giving the trust for other U.S. firms investing in energy, technology, and defense sectors. So this is about Saudi. We'd like to talk about the next one, Turkey. So Turkey was worked by Gideon from our group. So Turkey, with a population of around 84 million, is a bridge between Europe and Asia. So it has a diverse economy with a focus on manufacturing and exports. So if you look at the life expectancy for Turkish population is around 72, and the population is around 85 million. And here we are looking at most populated cities within Turkey region, and then like the current GDP is touching around 906 billion dollars. Look at the imports and exports. As I was saying, it's mostly focused on manufacturing and exports. Uh, and then we have different mineral fuels, oils being imported within Turkey, and automotive products, machinery being exported from the Turkish market. And if you look at the trade partners, main would be the top four: Russia, Germany, China, and US. So United States um, has a rich trading history within Turkey, spanning like textiles, automotive, and other services. Here we have the Turkey globally positioning themselves with the foreign trade, inter-EU trade dominance, diverse trading partners, and they have bilateral trade growth and strategic importance. These for trade and regional stability. Uh, it has rich internet infrastructure and modern transportation and energy support, and its growing economy. They have invested heavily in this market. And US firms' potential to get into this market is mostly into technology, manufacturing, and tourism. So Turkish, like given the market competitiveness, US firms in these sectors would yield better results. So that's it about Turkey. Next, we talk about Kuwait. So Anjali Sharma from our group has worked on this. project. And here, if you look at Kuwait, is a small nation with a population of around 4 million, relies heavily on oil exports, and they've got a rich history with US oil companies. It primarily exports oil and imports various other goods and services like any other Middle Eastern countries. So exports from the US to Kuwait, as you can see here, machinery, equipment, aircraft parts, but from imports from Kuwait to the United States would be crude oil, fertilizers, and it's growing year on year. If you look at the US firm's potential to get into Kuwait market, it's mostly in the oil sector with different minerals. If you look at the mineral supplements market for US, it's pretty phenomenal. It's touching close to like $3 billion. And look at the major export destinations here. For Kuwait, we have all minerals, and it's exporting mostly to China with $16 billion mineral resources. And US can particularly invest in this market. Yeah, so that's it about Kuwait. Next, we talk about Iran. Iran, our friend Rohit has worked on this. And if you look at Iran, is a populous nation with over 83 million people, and it has a diverse economy. It exports oils and imports various goods and services, and it has a rich trade history with the United States. But it's pretty much complex due to political factors. It has made many investments in infrastructure, including transportation and energy. Advertising is influenced by mostly the government regulations. So, for the US firms to get into this market, the political relations should improve, especially in sectors like agriculture and technology. There's a huge potential for US companies to step in. So, coming to the slide here, the nature of infrastructure, as I was saying, Iran has made investments in transportation and energy, and they're heavily growing this connection mobility. And for the US firms to get in, it's mostly agriculture and technology. So these are the four markets we have uh, briefed in this video. In the coming videos, we'll be talking about more depth analysis for getting into these markets for many corporate players. Any questions, please comment on the video below. Thanks a lot.